Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. You sense evil. You sense Grell.
What are we doing?
I think we're rolling for initiative.
Sure.
Oh, it goes
7. Oh.
Grell goes at the same speed as Zwihard.
Yeah, and I think my dwarf is readied. I don't think he needs to make initiative.
Sure. She's just moving with you.
Yep, she didn't do anything last round. She's just standing next to me with a halberd.
Ready to attack, following you from behind, ready to stab anything that gets too close.
Yeah. So I sense evil, but I'm still trying to finish off this Grell on the ceiling. We go at the same time, so where does it go? I guess I should get my attack roll, right?
Let's do your opposed perception checks again as it tries to...
It's continuing to try and circle around the thing.
It'll
pass.
It rolls as a 24. You roll a 21.
So it beats me. So I think it circles, stays in cover. +4, I think -2. A 15, even with the -2. So I think I still hit it in the splash.
Right. Give me the D6 for distance. Make sure you don't...
That's a hit.
No, but if it's got cover, then that's not going to be hit anymore, right?
I subtracted the cover.
You've subtracted the cover. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. I rolled a natural 13, +4 per level. Yeah. So it should take 2 points of damage.
Just enough to survive.
Oh my god. Grells don't catch fire?
They do not catch fire. And that's when you
Creatures can't fly if they're at they're at less than a quarter HP.
Well, this isn't flying, this is hovering, right?
Whatever. I'll keep throwing fireballs until your stupid Grell burns to death.
Well, you see another Grell enter the chamber. This one is carrying something in its arms.
My halberd.
No, not your halberd. The bones of a dwarf. It flies overhead and drops them down upon you. Two skeletons will fall on you. You have a shield and they're skeletons, so I don't think they weigh enough to cause any damage to you. And they miss with a 3 and a 4 on the attack roll die. But 2 dwarven skeletons.
Are they fresh?
So fresh.
Yeah, so they're like...
You can almost smell the marrow on them.
Mm-hmm.
They break apart at your feet.
I want to keep throwing fireballs. But...
All right, well then we will roll initiative. There are now 2 Grell here, and I'll have to roll for the one's HP. Alright, so you will go at this, and you will go at this.
How close are the 2 Grell?
They're very close now, because one of them had to fly overhead to drop stuff on you. So
if they're right next to each other, they may get caught in the same explosion.
It is conceivable, though they'd have to be within 3 feet of each other.
Yeah, so they're adjacent, and
they'd have to be directly adjacent to be affected.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you go first, Zwihard.
Yeah, are we continuing to do the weird dance of rolling opposed perception checks?
I think so. That one Grell is just trying to hide from you. It's near to death. It rolls a 27.
Fail. So it gets cover.
You failed badly, so I'm going to give it like a lot of cover this one. Like a 4 AC.
This is so stupid. I forget about it. I throw it at the one that's not behind cover.
Okay.
So I miss. We can resolve a grenade if you want. But...
Yep. D10 for location, D6 for distance. I don't think the D10s actually matter.
It's the distance that matters.
Yeah.
1, so that's only 1 foot off.
Yep.
So I think it still does splash damage, right? Is it full? It's only D4 + 1 damage, so I feel like it just, if you're within 3 feet of the splash, it just does damage.
Yeah, I think it's just a damage. Oh wait, hold on. Damage from direct hit. Damage, splash damage usually seems to be about half direct hit damage. So
yeah, this is magic. It says a creature struck by the flame suffers this. A miss is resolved like a grenade, as a grenade-like missile.
Grenade-like missiles have a direct damage and a splash damage table, though.
Yeah, but I feel like the spell would have mentioned if there was splash damage.
There was a lesser splash damage.
I guess
yeah.
you can. I guess it does. I guess the combustion damage is assigned by the DM. So if you want to assign splash damage,
yeah, do 1d3 for the splash instead of 1d4 plus 1.
Okay,
that's about half.
3.
Ooh, wow, that's better than most of your other attacks.
Stupid Grell at 1 HP.
Mm-hmm. The
Is that 4 fireballs? Grell. I think about one more round of fireball. Yeah.
The wounded Grell will take this opportunity to retreat, going to the back side of the chamber now that your attack has just been launched.
Mm-hmm.
And the non-wounded one will descend from the ceiling onto you. Your halberdier will get a ready attack.
Yeah, feeling like I want to pursue the wounded Grell, but we'll do the halberdier attack.
Yeah.
D20 plus 1.
And I think this is a situation of the Grell covering the retreat of the other one as it backs away,
sure.
And this other one drops down in front of you. So the ready attack misses, and then the Grell provokes an attack of opportunity as it moves.
Yeah, so it gets 2 double halberd attack. The 18 is a hit.
Yes, it is.
9 points of damage.
Tentacles come for you, though, Ryan, and you alone this time. A 10, 7, 7, and 11. Hold on. 10, 7, 7, 11. That was 4 attacks, right?
Yeah.
A 22. A 18. 18. 15. 16. 8.
I think that's it. Wasn't that 10? Okay, there's 1 hit in there.
The 22 is the only hit?
Yeah.
Okay. It does 3 points of damage. You need to make a saving throw. One of these days, you're going to roll low.
And I think I get a free punch with my shield as it closes within range, right? Like I normally get to get a free dual wield punch.
Right, an offhand attack, which you can take at the end of the round.
Between a punch and a throw. That seems fair.
That seems fair. Yeah, because it's still an offhand attack. Are you ambidextrous?
No, I'm not. Okay, so yeah, so there's
2 weapon fighting.
There might be even more punch. I have 2 weapon fighting, so I get -2 with that. It misses.
Okay.
Anyways.
Perfect. All right, the other Grell is retreating at full speed, running.
So how far did it get last round? It got full speed last round?
Yeah, it just moved its distance, so it's beyond your vision, because it'll move at least 60 feet, and then you won't be able to see where it went in the darkness.
Stupid Grell.
Okay, let's go initiative with the remaining Grell.
Oh, it actually wins.
Right, and your halberdier should probably roll initiative on this one as well.
Doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the Grell will go first.
You really like rolling the old-fashioned way?
This one is going to... Wait a minute, does its bite only do D6? I was going to say it was going to bite you, but I don't think that's actually a good idea for it. I think its bite is terrible. They only use their beaks to get paralyzed prey. Yeah, okay. So it'll just make a bunch of attacks. It'll score 2 hits. Tentacles for 4 and 3 damage. Good hits. Good
Crit.
hits.
And it barely a pass with a 10.
Hold on, you gotta
right?
pass your paralyzation checks first.
That's what I just rolled.
Oh, I see.
My paralyzation is 10. Good thing I got or is 9. Good thing I got +4. How much damage did I just take?
7.
7. I think I forgot to take damage last round, or you forgot to tell me.
Did it hit you last round?
I passed a save. Yeah, I think it did.
Yes.
I think it hit me once.
I'll just re-roll a die. We'll figure it out that way. 3.
Ouch. All right, and then the flurry of blows. All right, D20. I get this So 1 for blast. Plus 6 with my axe. It's a 12. It's a miss. 8 plus 4 plus 3, I think, with my punch is a miss. A halberd is a miss. Oh God. Whiff, 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 whiff.
And you can sense evil in the direction of the wounded one. More sources.
There's more of these things?
There's more.
Alright. Fuck. I don't even have a battle map. There's no way out of here. So we go first. So I guess let's finish it.
Okay. You're gonna stay and fight as the other Grell arrive.
There's an 18. I think this is my last sharpness attack.
Okay.
So there's 8 points of damage with an axe.
Ooh.
Miss with a shield punch. Come on, halberd. Finish him.
Oh.
15. 6 points to damage.
That'll do it. That'll lodge into the Grell and kill it. It drops to the ground, landing sort of on you with a tentacle over your shoulder and part of the brain resting against your halberdier's shins. And that's when she says, "Let's go."
Back. Are there dwarf skulls on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you do
So
with dwarf
I'll pick up the skulls of the dwarves.
Where do you put them?
Tuck them under my arm, tuck my axe into my belt, and we go scrambling up the slope.
All right, you get back up to that incline. The halberdier is going to try and use the halberd as an anchor to help pull you up because it's a pretty uncomfortable slope. And I believe that's a pass strength check unless the halberdier has really, really shitty strength, which she doesn't. So she hooks the axe end up on the ledge and sort of uses it as almost as a rope and climbs up, holding the axe end down for you.
Strength check? Is that what you said?
She just need the strength check to make sure she could sink it into the stone.
Well, I nail my strength check anyways.
Perfect. All right, both of you can clamber up into that chamber and begin to retreat down it. You said, is your detect evil still going?
It lasts a long time. I think it lasts like 35 minutes.
Oh, perfect. You can detect the Grell at a distance. They seem to be hovering around the battle site with the dead one, not pursuing any further for now. What do you do?
All right. We retreat back out to the surface.
All the way out to the surface?
To safety. I don't know where that seems to be.
Right, you can back out to safety. Making it back out to the surface. Your one guard, your scout is there. The body of the other dwarf has been collected.
Yeah.
Sitting out here with you, Scout.
Let's see. This doesn't seem like a safe place to rest. How far are we from Blacksteel Keep? It's like...
A half, 2 days?
No. It's like 6 or 7 miles. It's like a day of dwarf
Through
travel.
rugged terrain at dwarf movement speed?
Yeah. Is there a room we can barricade ourselves in?
There are some buildings here. You could maybe barricade yourself in one of them.
Yeah.
But if you do that, then the tunnel is open.
Yeah.
Who knows what could come out in the night?
There's no way to close it. Oh, man. I think we need to leave. I think we'll just force march our way back to Blacksteel Keep. Because I can't really recover HP fast enough anyways. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we do our best to just force march back through the night and probably much of the next day.
3 of you.
Two.
What are you gonna do with
the
the
body?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the body? Are you gonna bring that with you? That's gonna slow you down a lot if you have to haul a full dwarf with you.
No, I think we'll leave it somewhere in the village.
Okay.
Cross its arms and like lay it there. I'll say a prayer over the body. So like an emergency dwarf burial I can perform. Maybe just put a rock on top of it.
Okay. Put a rock on it. It's fine. And you force march back to Blacksteel Keep. You can arrive back at Blacksteel Keep, and your brother is there.
Back in the last 2 days.
Yes. Since you've been gone, he has arrived.
Yeah, we
Sees
show
you
up
approach.
looking exhausted. We haven't slept in days. Bloodied. With the skulls of 2 dwarves.
He looks at you and asks, "Who are those, brethren?"
I don't know yet. Grell have returned. I don't know what the hell they did, or our miners did, but it's a bloody mess. I think I probably storm past to go to my quarters or whatever and rest and recover.
There is a flurry of activity with the others. The 2 that you brought with you will retell their tales, their version of events. The guide
there
and
was
the
the
halberdier.
there was the guide. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They tell their version of events. You rest.
I will seek the care of a healer. And once I'm rested enough to memorize spells, I would like to speak with Dad on these skulls.
You were not bothered in the morning. You can go find the cleric. She will drop some healing spells on you. Let me roll you 2d8 plus and d10 plus 1. That's going to be 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 8 is 15.
Nice. That would be much of the way back to full. All right. 26 out of 34. And I would like to cast a Speak with Dad on the skull.
Go for it.
So maybe is the temple an appropriate place to bring these remains?
Certainly.
Yeah. So we bring the skulls to the temple, gather some incense, and I will spend a turn casting this ritual. I tell the priestess, I don't know who these dwarves are, but they were likely miners or guards at the mine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what tales they have to tell.
The skulls belong to Una and Septimus, 2 of the dwarven guard. Oh no, I guess you're only casting on one of them, right? I'm probably giving you way too much information.
One at a time, yeah.
Hold on.
But
let's
the
slow
other,
this
I
roll.
mean, the one that I cast it on will likely be able to tell who it was.
Yeah. We're able to ask several questions. Length of time, factor. These guys have not been dead very long at all. One. Here we go. They have been dead. So you get 2 questions. You are less than 6th level, or less than 7th level. And you get 1 minute to ask your 2 questions. So, go for it.
2 questions. What happened at the mine? I guess you can ask open-ended questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The answer is we We followed a vein into darkness.
Where are the rest of the dwarves?
With us.
I guess that's it. Is this like a spirit of a dwarf that gets conjured into existence? Do I see it, or is it like more like speaking to the wind?
The spirits, when a person dies, their soul takes some time to travel and cross the threshold to oblivion. And you are able to catch what remains of it in this world. And the spirit is a fickle thing, and no one truly understands it, but it's only been a short while. At most 1 week of time since these ones died. So the spirit is still fairly present here. So you've got maybe a mental image of the person, maybe sort of faceless or just superimposed with the skull.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. All right. Might be worth casting it again on the other one the next day. But I will go seek out Einhard after resting.
You find your brother. He is in a war room. His dwarven generals and guardsmen around him. Mother Johanna here as well. Everyone is in fervent discussion over the threat of the Grell. And by the context of the conversation, you can gather that the other dwarves have joined in and are agreeing to work together for the betterment of all dwarf kind.
The other dwarves? Like, are there other dwarves in the room, or are they?
No. The ones from Milfaldur. The sounds like the diplomatic mission has gone well. They'll pause as you come on in, and
yeah, I think I kind of ignore what they were talking about and just burst into their conversation.
Yes, Zweihaard?
I have spoken with the spirits of our brethren. While I was here at the keep, the miners grew greedy, dug too deep, past my protections. They're all dead.
It takes 50 years to produce a good dwarf. The loss of each and every one of us is a true tragedy. Threat of Grell is a threat to all dwarfdom. I fear before we live in peace, we will see many more die. He taps his plate mail with his weapon that you've given him and says, I shall lead the very finest halberdiers and dwarven soldiers into the mine. We will hunt the Grell down, one by one. Make it clear for us. Take over the mithril mines for our own. Move our people into this large chamber. Relocate Blacksteel Keep to within a mithril mine. And from there we shall start our new empire.
Surprises Zweihaard. It's even bolder than that's even bolder than I was expecting. A decision fit for a Thane.
Yes. He rubs his hands together and turns back to his other commanders and continues the meeting as they were going from when you last spoke.
I think I sit down and listen in on the meeting without interrupting from here on.
Major issues here are just sort of logistical and strategic. How are we going to get enough supplies? We're going to need barricades. We're going to make sure the outside's defended. There's also still the threat of these other people, but the people in Milfaldur are doing this, and we got to coordinate. Now we've got 2 different wars going on, so there's a lot of chatter back and forth on how best to divide forces, who ought to go into the mine, who ought to fight the oversurface threats. We've promised work for these people over there. The discussions continue. But it comes down to your brother is going to take the 8 best soldiers he has, including the captain of his guard, and they're going to go down to the mines and seek out the Grell. One of these will also include a cleric.
There's another cleric.
They will, I guess they'll have to take Mother Johanna. I suppose.
How can I help?
Good steel, good mithril, good weapons of war are what we need, and you, brother, are the only one I can trust with this task. He notices the nice plate mail that you're wearing, but it's only a breastplate, so it's fine. He still has the better armor.
He does. I nod. I say, unfortunately, the guards at those mines had 4 of our mithril halberds. He must get them back from the Grell. He has his... Maybe he has the other mithril halberd, or his pallbearer did. He took it with him to Milfaldur.
Right. So that has come back, and will be used in the mission as well.
If I'm not going on the mission, I guess I will hand him my mithril battle axe, my mithril hand axe. Are my good? Is it worth giving out my good steel weapons too?
A warm grin runs across his face, and he pushes the weapons gently back towards you and says, "Brother, you have earned these. My men will be fine. And should anyone arrive in Blacksteel Keep, they should see the symbol, the Blacksteel clan. Keep these for yourself."
Very well. Bronze or steel work just as well against the Grell as mithril.
Okay.
Halberds are particularly effective. But you know all this.
Alright. They will leave soon. It'll take them a few days to... Well, actually, it'll probably take them a couple of weeks to rally supplies. They'll want to stock up on everything, which means gathering some extra supplies from Tharnam, which is still under siege, but they've got secret ways in and out, so they can get what they need from Tharnam and Keldaram and produce some supply trains. They'll send a scouting party ahead to keep an eye on the mines, make sure nothing comes out. And got some time. Now.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
How much mithril do I have left?
1.23 pounds.
It's enough for another battle axe.
It is. You need 0.7 pounds for battle axe, so it's enough for just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a hand axe as well.
Perhaps.
And I don't necessarily need to re-roll, so I can.
Nope. You can just make another battle axe. It'll take you another 4 days.
Yeah. I'll cast another Speak with Dad on the second skull.
Mm-hmm.
Another ritual in the temple.
Another 2
I will
days.
ask this one.
Or 2 questions.
Yeah. Where are my halberds?
The Grell have them. No, specifically, the Grell hold them. Comes the phrase.
Fools. I don't know what else to ask. How many Grell?
To score.
All right, at some point I will go find, or is the cleric's here with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does she hear this, or do I need to relay it to her?
No, you'll have to relay. I think you hear these words only.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say, the dead speak. They think there are 2 score of Grell in the mines. Is that 40?
Mm-hmm.
40 Grell. And they have my halberds. These ones are not cursed, right? That was before I was talking. We devised all these curses.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wanted to curse my weapons.
Mm.
Okay.
So you have. It's going to probably be a week or 2 before your brother moves out. You've spent 4 of those days making an axe.
Yeah,
So
I think I've got enough mithril to make a battle axe and a hand axe. I've got, right, 1.5 pounds, you said? Or at 1 point something pounds?
1.23, so now you're at 0.5.
And a hand axe normally weighs 1 pound. I think 1 times 0.28. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a hand axe, a mithril hand axe, should only be like 1/4 pound.
Yep.
Quarters are a little hard to track. We can call it 1/2 pound, but it'll be less than that in terms of mithril weight. Let's see, almost all the weight in a hand axe is going to be in the head. We'll call it like 0.8 times 0.28, so it'll take 0.23 pounds to make a hand axe.
And these are assuredly cursed. No dwarf will get their hands on this mithril. Or no non-dwarf will get their hands on this mithril. And before he goes, I'll seek out Einhard with these weapons.
Mm-hmm. You bring them to him?
Yeah, say I've got more good mithril.
Are these made
Stay
from
here.
your tree bones as well?
I think they are. I think those are probably the only suitable
I think it's probably the only suitable wood,
wood
yeah.
I have at this point.
Okay.
I have more mythic arms. If they can stay here or travel with you.
He will take these ones. The ones that you have forged for yourself, he would like you to keep, but if you've got these extra ones, he will definitely take them.
Yeah. I will have wrapped them with Zweihard's grips, giving them the benefits of Bless Spell. I think he's got a special, like, Thane's axe that I made for him. It's only steel, but it is inlaid and pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm. It's got good rolls and has a moon engraved into the blade, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it's even made of, I think the moon is even inlaid of mithril,
Mm-hmm.
but the blade itself is steel.
Okay. Well then,
Yeah.
it's time for your brother to move out. I guess there's a few more days before this happens, but It doesn't sound like you have anything else you want to do with him before he goes.
I don't think so. Oh, I should have asked the dead where they hid the mithril. It's okay.
Oh well.
We'll find it. Or we'll find more dead.
So when your brother goes, what will you be doing?
Unfortunately, I think I'm out of mithril to forge.
Yeah, you've got 0.3 pounds left. You can make one more
0.3?
hand axe if you wanted, but...
Might as well, but I think I want to... I need to get some other components. So I need more wood for handles.
Mm-hmm.
And I need more skin for my grips.
Mm-hmm.
And I do need to make sure that I spend some time... I'll spend a day making enough blessed steel sheets to do my steel skin spells.
Mm-hmm.
How many... I don't think I have steel on my sheet, but I think we've mined it in the past. Well, I guess I've got 4 iron pieces.
Yeah. And there will
but
be
there
some
should be
additional
more.
stuff here available to you.
Yeah. In the old days, steel was a precious commodity. Now that we've upgraded to mithril.
Yeah, steel is still a precious commodity, but it's all relative, right?
Yeah.
There's some of it lying around Blacksteel Keep. I mean, it's a reason you call it Blacksteel Keep.
Well, no, those, I think we still had bronze. Steel was more a bluff than anything. But so my next plan will be to research and obtain these other materials. Look for suitable wood for my handles.
You know a way you can recreate it. It's painful, and it takes some time to heal from it. There is a way, unless you would like a new way. One that doesn't require so much pain and suffering on your part.
I don't mind.
That doesn't require an additional cleric on hand to harvest the wood.
I Dunhilda harvested the wood.
Okay.
The cleric just helped me out, but I think we can do it without the cleric. So we will probably do that again. Maybe not. If we have some extreme downtime, I'd like to do it again. But maybe we'll research some other suitable crafting materials. And I need to go harvest some leather myself.
What would be suitable leather for your needs?
Something epic. Can you make Grell leather?
You make octopus leather?
Like tentacles? I don't know.
I don't think so.
What if I could wrap its tentacles?
Be too thick.
Octopus leather. No, these are all like octopuses made out of leather. Alright. No, I think we'll research creatures that live in these hills.
Mm-hmm.
And go hunting.
Emdorkas Hill.
Go spear some more crocodiles.
Let's see. Hemderkos Hills. Hemderkos Hills. Oh. Well, there are the Cyclops. You could make leather from Cyclops.
Sounds a little creepy. I mean, I'm certainly not above it, but
what else do we have here? Then, you'd also have your orcs and your hobgoblins and that sort of stuff, which seem as good as Cyclops leather. There have been rumors of lycanthropes out there, shape-shifting dwarves who take different forms by moonlight. Crazy dwarves who disappear into the night, into the hills. But these are just rumors, you know?
Yeah.
Who would ever admit to having a lycanthrope amongst their own clan?
Well, or what about just needs to be superior quality, harvested by me, so it doesn't necessarily need to be a wild animal, although hunting monsters sounds like fun. I could just like, if there's a group of farmers that grows or
that grow leather,
that hire, or that whatever group of shepherds that have a particularly fine, like renowned
yes,
what you call it, I could go there myself and procure a
in Blue Cliff, there are some, I wouldn't call them fabled or legendary, but there are some, what do you call them? Longhorn cattle that have a particularly shaggy coat that produces this, what do you call it? The length of the hair on the outside and all the oils that it secretes tends to keep the leather underneath in much better condition than short-haired or relatively hairless varieties of cows. And this leather, once shaved and treated, will end up being, you know, of slightly superior quality to the other ones around.
Where's Blue Cliff?
Is here.
Oh, I see. Okay. What's in Big Fir or the Harkenwood?
Big Fir is a conifer coast, covered coast of cliffs. Just a really the name of the forest that covers that section. What was the other thing you wanted to ask about?
The Harkenwood. Like, I'm wondering if any of those are legendary woods worth.
Harkenwood is fairly civilized woodland. Okay. It's well managed by the people of the area. Big Fir is more wild and unmanaged.
I think after Einhard leaves, I will take a journey, a pilgrimage to Big Fir, through Big Fir to Blue Cliff, searching for more epic materials.
Wonderful.
I guess Blacksteel Keep is kind of shutting down, right? He's taking his forces more or less in full to retake the mines.
He's taking his best warriors to retake the mines, while the remainder of the forces are going to be sent out to help coordinate combat against hobgoblins, orcs, and cyclops. So, yeah. Blacksteel Keep is going to be at bare minimum guards, just enough to keep it safe from your regular sorts of random encounters.
And I probably won't tell him that I'm planning on leaving. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what your... Is there anyone that you might be able to talk to that would tell you what would be in Big Fir?
Well, Dunhilda was researching woods.
Right.
So if she came, so it may make sense for her to have come across something in her readings.
Sure, we'll give her an intelligence check just to see if maybe she came across something and recalled it. It's going to be a d20 plus 10. You want to roll it for me?
Sure. We're dwarves. We probably don't have any like renowned rangers or hunters. Oops, that should be plus 10, not plus 12. So it should be 26, not a 28.
Pass.
So I don't think we have any rangers in our midst or hunters or anything that I would ask these things to. But it seems like Dunhilda probably, in her research for weapon components, was looking into Big Fir.
Well, there are some very large trees in Big Fir. They don't call it Big Fir for nothing. There's some epic redwoods over there. And in her reading about redwoods and the trees of that area, he recalls that the reason you get the big of Big Fir for the trees, and you get the fur of Big Fir for the Smilodons. Smilodons that live there.
Saber-toothed tigers.
Yes.
I think I know where we're going. God, I want my frickin' halberd back. I guess I am an expert battle axeman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think Zweihart's going to take his goats and journey to Big Fir, hunt some Smilodons, and chop down some trees.
Right. You head to Big Fir. Take you some time to get there.
So I think this will be after Einhardt's forces leave. I'll pack up my my goats. I think I'll tell Dunhilda that the priestess is gone, the Castellan is gone. I think I'm just going to slip out and let business run as usual in Blacksteel Keep.
Okay.
And we'll see. In lieu of a detect evil, let's grab a bless so that I might bless any wood that I find. And softener, let's see, steel skin.
And how does one attract a Smilodon in the Big Fir?
Oh, with goats.
That's why you're bringing the goats, not to haul your goods, but to
No, it's done.
attract your enemies.
Let's
We've all seen Jurassic Park. We know how this works.
I can do a locate animals. That would only give me like 200 yards.
$200, that's 600 feet. But that's 600. Oh, it's in one direction, right? I guess you could turn around.
Do speak with animals.
About a fifth of a square mile that you could cover with locate animals or plants if you stand in one area and scan in all directions.
Yeah. Go, goblins, what are you doing? Broke your spells trying to load my spell list. There we go. Right. Animal friendship. I could befriend a saber-toothed tiger. Calm animals. Visibility to animals. Locate animals.
Which one are you looking for?
I'm trying to see. Let's see, control animal. Charm personal mammal is a second level spell. Hold animal is third. All right, so let's do charm animal and bless light. I'll memorize 2 locate animals. And I guess we'll see.
Okay. You venture for days through the Hemderkost Hills, eventually coming to the edge of Spider Bay, as when you hook south and enter the Big Fir. There are regular-sized conifers intermixed between giant redwoods that reach for the sky, towering countless dwarves above you. The space below, the undergrowth, is quite thin, giving you plenty of room. I would call this a lightly wooded area because of the lack of undergrowth. It's mostly just leaves that you're tromping on, the occasional fern, those shade-loving plants, some creeks that all run to the west, dipping off the edge of the cliff and plummeting hundreds of feet below the Grand Canal.
I don't think redwood is particularly suitable for making weapons out of.
It really isn't.
I think it's
not
soft.
a fantastic building material.
But I inspect these trees, maybe chip them a little bit with my axe.
You find it a little too crumbly for your own uses.
Yeah.
Beautiful in color.
But maybe there's other types of trees here. So I wander through the woods, inspecting the trees to see if any of them appear suitable for equipment.
Yeah, let's see. You come across a grove of cypress trees hanging off the edge of the cliff. You know, one of them is on the very edge of the cliff, and a few of them have grown down, actually 20 to 100 feet below on the cliff's edge. These cypress trees are warped and twisted by the wind, but they're definitely more suitable than redwood would be, and they would also be much easier to chop down. You wouldn't have to fell a full redwood.
Yeah. What's the moon going to be tonight?
We are in is September like 28. Because you're doing this right before your brother leaves, right after he leaves.
Right after he leaves.
Okay, so actually probably on like
basically
September
the same
30th.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
September 30th is going to be the day before the full moon.
Perfect. So I'm definitely harvesting this wood in the light of the full moon.
The cypress trees?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to lower yourself down the cliff to get to the good one, the one that isn't so gnarled and twisted. You're gonna have to hang off the edge of a couple 100-foot fall into Spider Bay.
It sounds horrible.
Sharp rocks.
I have 50 feet of thin rope.
That should be enough to support you.
Yeah. So I'll come back to this tonight, but so there's probably a day where I camped in the hills, right? This is
It would have taken
20
you a couple
miles
days to get here.
Okay. Got rations on my goats and I sleep under the stars. Probably have some spells I could use to make this more comfortable, but I didn't really bother. I'm going to cast that locate animals and attempt to locate Smilodons. Range is only face in one direction. Range is 200 yards, and it will last for 5 rounds. So I guess that's like, I'd probably just stand in the spot and circle around looking for it. And then I've got a second one. Wait, the AoE 20 yards per level, but what's even going on?
It sounds like it does a path, like a 20-foot wide path that is 200 yards long, and that you can only focus on that 20-yard path. But that would be pretty useless. I feel like you should be able to cover an arc within a round. Very much like some of these other detect spells.
Yeah, I feel like they should not make this so specific in terms of the AoE. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels like it should be like, okay, somewhere in this forest you find your thing. I don't know. Anyways,
I think it comes from the
like
dungeon crawl days where you're really just looking down hallways and they didn't want you to scan through the entire dungeon.
Yeah.
And I would say that you can do an arc, and that it would be blocked by a thickness of wood or stone or whatever, or earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say, like the detect magic spell, the caster can turn, scanning a 60-degree arc per round. That seems fine with me.
All right. Whatever. So I cast this and I wander through the woods, seeking out the saber-toothed tiger.
Well, it's a big wood. Small chance that it is in your area right now. You do not detect it this night.
This afternoon.
Afternoon? Okay.
I've got another casting, so I'll wander a mile or so away
Okay.
and cast it again.
No, still no Smilodons.
Got my goats for bait, but anyways. Okay, so as night falls on this night of the full moon, I will take my goats and head back to that cypress tree.
Right. You can see it hanging off the ledge.
How far down is it?
There are a few of them. The first one is maybe 20 feet down. It would be the boughs.
Yeah.
And the lowest one would be like 80 feet down, where at the top of it would be at another 20 feet for the roots.
That should be enough. So I'll take my rope. Can a thin rope support a person?
A thin rope, I think I said, could support 200-pound test weight.
Okay. So I will double it up,
Okay.
tie it to a tree here at the top of the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
and scramble down and tie it to my belt,
Mm-hmm.
and climb down
All right.
20 feet. Yeah.
You can scramble on down, landing the boughs of this cypress tree on a full moon night. Boughs? It's the boughs, right?
Yeah.
When the bough breaks? Yeah. Boughs is just a word I'm not used to speaking.
Yeah.
Here you are above the ocean. You can hear
Yeah.
it lapping below.
And I take my mithril hand axe. I cast a bless spell upon this wood under the light of Falumbra and harvest the gnarled cypress.
You easily get a few boughs for yourself.
I stuff as much weight as I can safely carry, maybe, I don't know, 20 pounds of wood.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. And you can haul it back up onto the cliffs where you find your stuff and your goats all intact.
I attach the cypress to the goats. No need to be greedy. It seems like a reasonable amount of wood for now. I only had the one bless spell, so I think I'll settle down for the night, make a small campfire, eat my rations, leave my goats to keep watch.
Mm-hmm. Your goats will keep watch over the night, and you will waken the next morning. It is October 1st.
And I will resume my search. I think I'm going to walk some miles away along the coast before casting another locate animal prayer.
Follow the cliff's
Hunting for these
edge.
Smilodons.
You search. And, on this day, as you scan the horizon towards the woods, detect a Smilodon at 180 yards from you and somewhat down below the horizon.
Yeah, let's see. Need to get within 80 yards. So I will approach. I think I'm going to cast a steel skin spell on myself as I approach. and dragging the donkey with me.
The goats follow.
Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't seem like they've picked up the scent of a Smilodon because they have no problems wandering through the woods. Every now and then you have to stop and jerk on them because they pause to nibble at something on the ground.
Yeah, they've been neglected in this reincarnation of Zweihaard, but they were pretty well-trained goats at one point in time. Probably should have had a calm animals or something to keep the donkeys under control, but in any case. And I think as I approach, so I guess the locating, I can probably still sense the Smilodon, right? It's not like running or circling me.
Correct. It hasn't moved.
Okay. I'll cast a strength of stone as I approach as well. And I'm trying to get within 80 yards to charm this Smilodon.
What was the other one? Locate what?
Otherwise, I've got steel skin and I've got strength of stone. There's a locate animal still going, and then I want to charm the Smilodon.
Give me a perception check as you approach within 20 yards of it.
I don't need to get that. I fail. I don't need to get that close. But if I'm having trouble seeing it, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So you get within 20 yards, and you can tell that it is below the horizon. It is underground somewhere. But like you cannot see the entrance to the burrow right now. It's not apparent as you approach.
So I think I'll get upon it and search around up close and personal. And I will recast locate animals and plants if that spell expires.
Yes. Because it only has a 5-round duration, so you probably do the second casting.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so you can get to the point where you are directly above it. And you know
is there only one? I should get an approximate number. The exact distance and the approximate number is known.
The approximate number is 1.
Yeah. So it's right beneath me?
It's right beneath you, and you know your spell cannot penetrate that much earth. Maybe
there
a
must
yard
be an entrance
at most.
Nearby.
Yes.
I can't cast the charm animal through the earth, can I?
I think you need line of sight to do charm,
okay.
Yeah.
Then I will search around this hill or this whatever it is for an entrance into a burrow or a cave.
Okay.
Come in.
Okay. Given sufficient time, you will find the entrance, and you have all day to search the woods nearby this spot.
I guess
you stumble across it.
My strength of stone is probably expired by now.
Probably,
unless it's been less than like 8 minutes or something.
Let me roll me just a flat d20. We'll see how many minutes that takes you. Oh, 5 minutes from being on top of it. When did you cast Strength of Stone?
When I first detected it.
Okay, so it's definitely been more than Strength of Stone has expired.
Okay.
You find the entrance. It is tucked between a fern and a redwood tree. It's a surprisingly small hole for the size of animal that you were expecting.
Here inside, can I see anything?
Yeah. You can see that the hole goes down and then begins to curve back up again, like it creates a U loop.
Yeah. Don't have my light spell. So I will use Produce Flame to light my way into this cave. Producing flame in my palm.
Right, you have light produced in your palm, and you crawl into the Smilodon cave.
How wide is the entrance?
2.5 feet wide.
Oh my god, that's tiny.
It's tiny. You're gonna have to crawl.
Yeah.
And what sort of weapon are you gonna be using in here?
Probably nothing. I mean, I've got a flame in my hand.
Then that doesn't really matter how wide it is. I think you can probably throw fireballs without any penalties in this area. But swinging weapons, slashing or bludgeoning would have huge penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So using the light from the flame, bright as a torch. I start by just sort of crouching down and holding this and seeing if I can see in 20 feet or so.
You can see it, but there's that U. So you can see to the end of the U, but not beyond it.
Does this activity lure the creature out?
Nope.
In that case, I crawl in. Is it dead or in there or something?
No. But it has rolled a natural 3 or 4 on its perception check 3 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Once when you were standing right on top of it, and then the other time when you're approaching its cave. And now, as you crawl in and get past the U, you can see curled up, asleep, is a Smilodon in this little pocket that's quite a bit bigger than that entrance that you're in. You're in this tight 2 foot by 2 foot tunnel, and the Smilodon's in more of a, 4
It's
feet
curled up
tall.
in the U or past it?
Past it, so the U goes down and up, and then opens into a more comfortable cave.
Is there another entrance
layer.
to that?
No, just this one entrance.
Okay. So I think standing in the U or whatever, holding my light up and squeezing into the Smilodon's chamber, I approach the sleeping creature, and I'll cast a charm mammal on the sleeping Smilodon.
It rolls a 5 as you approach with the burning light. That you see the Smilodon kind of like roll over and move its arms to block its eyes from whatever little light. It is clearly an inferior creature. Does not deserve.
It's okay, little buddy. It gets a saving throw.
Charm. What's it called? Charm mammal?
Charm person or mammal.
It gets a saving throw versus spell.
Yeah.
Ooh. 7 hit die creatures. And it fails its saving throw with a 10 when it needed a 13. It's still unconscious, but now maybe it's having dreams of friendly dwarves.
It's okay, little buddy. I think I pet the Smilodon. I can just auto-kill a sleeping creature, can't I?
I think if you've got access to it in
it's charmed and sleeping Smilodon dreams. Can I just dispel my produce flame?
Yes.
Let's see. Or can I like set it on something? Hurl a maximum of 1 flame per level, but no more than 1 per round. Can I like set it somewhere or something? I guess I can use my other hand. Or just wait for the light to go out. Wait like 3 more minutes.
Sure, you wait there for the 3 more minutes as the Smilodon sleeps.
It's charmed. It's dreaming, smiling dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Mithril hatchet in hand. I think I scritch it behind the ear and coo softly into its little cat ear as it naps. And I will gently slit its throat.
Its eyes open for a moment. It lets out a roar, but it is too late. There's nothing it can do other than die painfully. Maybe it'll get 1 attack at disadvantage off.
Or should we resolve my attacks or something like that?
Well, I was going to kind of just give you an auto kill. There should be some sort of theoretical response from a creature, or option for a theoretical response from a creature, but you're in... you might not have your shield up. You got 17 AC right now, so it doesn't even matter.
I've got steel skin as well.
Okay, well, it feebly scratches at you. And then stops.
Okay.
I was so ready for a Smilodon battle. They are
pretty scary.
They're cool, but it botched all of its perception.
They don't have treasure or anything, right? There's nothing in its lair.
No, there's no treasure.
I will crawl my way out, dragging the Smilodon behind me. This probably takes some doing,
Mm-hmm.
but I will pull it out into the sunlight.
All right. You have
And,
its carcass.
Its fangs are definitely going to be used as handles for daggers or maybe hatchets. And maybe just use the fangs as daggers themselves. And its hide will be skinned and used as leather. I don't have any particular hunting affinity, so I'll do my best to like prepare the creature for transport. I think I'd just like leave its organs here.
Mm-hmm. You can take
the
the
carcass
hide.
back on my goats.
The whole carcass. You're just gonna like take out all the guts to reduce weight and leave muscle and bone.
I think mostly, yeah.
Okay. Between your two goats and you can probably haul it. It'll start to stink to high heavens as you traverse the land, but that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And it's just no problem. And why don't we end our session as you return to Blacksteel Keep with a Smilodon, your goats back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check out some experience here. I guess technically you defeated a Smilodon. So it was sleeping the whole time. It wasn't really ever a threat to you, but only because it failed its perception check rolls. I'd want to give you only partial XP for that.
I mean, you could like some of that was like crafting. I mean, it was acquiring crafting materials.
Yeah.
Right. So you can. I don't know how much XP to Smilodons usually give. Is it like 1,500 or something? 1,400.
Yeah, about 1,400.
I feel like that seems like a fair amount, just for like even if it were just like gathering the cypress off the hill.
Yeah. Okay. Just so Smilodon and 2 Grell, 3 Grell.
I think didn't we kill. I think
I remember
killed
saying
3. We killed
3.
3, and then there was that one that got away at 1 HP, which I think counts as a defeat.
Yeah.
So I think it was 4.
Let's see. So the Grell, the Smilodon, the Cypress, and all of that. You crafted shields for the first time, right?
Yeah, my first mithril shield and my first mithril axe.
Mm-hmm.
We investigated the Grell.
Right, and you have learned that your armor did the trick, impressing the other dwarves into service. Mm-hmm. So we'll give you some quest XP for aiding the expansion of your kingdom. This is gonna be a high XP session, as a lot of these things have unfolded.
Well, that's the goal. We're trying to level me up. Well, I'm always trying to level up, but
what else did we? Oh yes, you had a vision of the future.
Oh yeah.
That you sort of correctly interpreted, that it was less than a year from where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Let me just double check this Grell XP, because our XP tables don't always line up anymore. I think the Grell are probably undervalued because the 2E way is a little bit wonky.
2E suggests 2K for a Grell worker.
Mm-hmm. Magic resistance, weapon or elemental. They have axe. They have paralyzation, which is strong, and they get it like 10 times, which is very strong. Not regenerate. Burrow. Their intelligence. Average. Yeah, see, my new calculator has them at about 6k XP.
Each?
Yeah.
Wow.
Might be
I think a
little
lot of it
much,
is
but-
their like magic weapons. Because sometimes they have their spears tipped. And even like magic lightning lances.
Yeah, but it's the 10 paralyzation attacks per round.
That's
That
the
is
soldiers, yeah.
fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna take home a whopping 28,850 experience. Because
Seriously?
Dem
Grell.
Grell.
That's halved. So
Some
say that
quest
again.
28850.
28850 divided by 2 brings my grand total to 34,507 for each class.
34,507.
That might level my cleric. Oops.
You will definitely hit 6th level as a cleric.
And I think that might, and warrior as well.
And warrior, yeah, because they need 32.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a couple of levels.
Yeah.
Let's roll some dice.
Yeah, I want to do PC races, PC classes. Yeah, warrior hits 6 at 32.
Mm-hmm.
Priest hits 6 at 27.
Perfect. Well, what is that going to be? A D10 plus a D8?
Yeah,
by
my
2
con
plus
is
1?
15. Yeah, so our D8 plus D10 divided by 2 plus 1. 5.5.
Alright. This will come with a +1 to hit.
Yeah, 39.5 max HP.
I believe a new weapon proficiency?
I think a new weapon and a new non-weapon.
Yeah, I think a new weapon and non-weapon.
My cleric at level 6, 332. Oh, this whole session I should have had an extra 2nd level spell slot.
Ah.
Or I probably finished that mining proficiency. Let me look at the proficiency section to see what we're working with.
Finishing that sounds perfect.
Screw religion. Yeah, warriors get every 3, both every 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what best to use that weapon proficiency on. Oh, I don't have a hand axe necessarily.
I feel like battle axe
axe
should cover hand axe as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a small scaling issue.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just finish that mining. Figure out what to do with that extra weapon. I could use it on like a... It's really snowing out there.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Could use it on something to boost my dual wielding, I think. Like, I think if I put another slot in, I could, like, dual wield battle axes.
Yes.
Something crazy like that. Combat shovel proficiency. I already have axe and shield fighting style. And shield proficiency. Yeah.
That's going to be 1 extra.
I already have halberd. Yeah. So I'll think about what to spend an extra weapon proficiency on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hammer, even.
Hmm.
In any case, I think that's it. I can check saves.
Mm-hmm. The priests do not get new saves, neither do warriors.
Really?
Yep. They both get new ones at 7, though.
Okay, then. I think that will be it.
Yeah, you took the second ambidexter, second 2-weapon fighting proficiency?
I did not decide what to spend that on. I'll keep a slot for now and think about whether having it in like a smith's hammer or something, or I don't know what makes the most sense.
Okay. Perfect.
Lovely. Well, it's been fun. Thanks for watching.
And we'll be back next week with more Dicing with Death.
Yes. If you're watching live, the first demon run is in like 2.5 hours.
Oh my god, I gotta finish planning that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
And that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.